Hey, this is Sensibility Speaks. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, y'all, it is about that time. Let's sip some sensibility, shall we? So Richie Dollaz is at it again. So we know several weeks ago he gave some controversial advice as it relates to the whole Erica Mena and Spice situation when she called that girl a blue monkey and he tried to justify it, trying to mansplain that bullish. Well, anyway, now he's offering some interesting relationship advice. Y'all drop down in the comments and y'all tell me what y'all think. Is what I say. So, ladies in particular, after y'all listen to him, y'all tell me, would you take his relationship advice? And do you think he is being kind of harsh or punitive in terms of how he views the dating scene and women? And from a male perspective, guys, you tell me what you think. Do y'all think he's coming with some Kevin Samuels bullish or just what? But y'all listen and y'all let me know.
How are you on this fine Wednesday evening? We are here, so let's have a great night. I know last week we gave you all the revised version. It was a little bit shorter, but tonight we are back in effect. It's the Boys Club. It's Rich, Dollaz, Sean Prez, the livest, most realest, most everythingest podcast IG live in the world. Shout out to SB, shout out to everybody. We're gonna get my man Prez in here and we're gonna get it popping immediately in the section waiting to come in. But y'all know that we don't take that. We don't take requests yet. So please, when you do your requests, make sure that you do your requests when we are ready to go live with callers. Because right now, you're just wasting your time. Prez, what up?
Rich, what up, kid? Okay, Rich, before we start, like your screen is a little blurry. Wipe off your what you call that? The camera.
Oh shit. Is it?
Yeah, it's a little bit blurry. Shout out to my man I am Joe Paul Antoinette. I see you. Who else in the building tonight? Shout to all the regulars who always rocking with us. SB, what up? What up? Oval, I see you. Make sure y'all follow. Oval is freaking hilarious. Okay, Richie D, what's the word, son?
We here, buddy. We here for the last time.
No. We're gonna do two more. We're gonna do two more.
Okay, so this one and another one.
We're gonna do this week and next week. Okay, so everybody, I know Rich and I have been saying this.
We here, buddy. We here for the last time.
No. We're gonna do two more. We're gonna do two more.
Okay, so this one and another one.
We're gonna do this week and next week. Okay, so everybody, I know Rich and I have been saying this forever. It's like the boy who cried wolf, but we're only doing these are our last two episodes on IG Live. IG has not been kind to us. We're moving this thing over to YouTube, so please, we'll announce it several times throughout the course of the night. But please go on over to YouTube. Our YouTube channel is the Official Boys Club. Just punch in Official Boys Club, Sean Prez, Rich Dollaz, and you can, get alerts there. But these are the last two episodes we're going to do on IG Live. Moving forward, they will be on YouTube. Okay, Richie D. Where I want to start tonight. Okay, you got your lighting right? Yeah, you looking much better. What'd you do just now?
Turn the light on.
Okay, yeah, you're much sharper than you were. So maybe that was the problem. All right, I want to see. One of our viewers sent us a question. I want to start out tonight with a question.
Okay.
And we go that way. All right.
Yep.
She said, "I benched myself for a while, and now I'm back on the dating scene. I met some interesting characters. One guy has admired me for several years. He quoted 10. I give him a chance and he ghosts me. Another that proposed to me in middle school, I go over to his house because I need a hug. A good friend of mine died in a car crash. He invited me into his house and then masturbated in front of me. Lastly, an old boyfriend called me and asked me to be in a polyamorous relationship. He literally started introducing me to the players in the game, so to speak. At this point, I think it's me. I would love feedback at this point. I like to be in relationship, but not with these characters. The question is she doing something wrong, or is this just the dating pool that's out there?
Nah, that was a bit extreme, bro. Like what does SB always say? The dating pool got pee in it, and I somewhat agree with her on that. But that was extreme. So one nigga wanted 5 girlfriends in a poly relationship. One dude masturbated in front of her. One dude she dealt with, connected with, ghosted her. The other dude, she went over there off some, I need a shoulder to lean on, and he tried to beat. Like, nah, it's you, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. Number one, you said some weird shit that caught me off guard in that too. You said that when she said somebody proposed to her when she was in middle school.
Yeah, I guess some playing, I don't know, kid stuff.
Okay, well, I would venture to say that the dating pool isn't what it's cracked up to be, but with what you just said was a bit extreme for your 4 to 5 scenarios. That's a bit extreme. I think you might be channeling your inner crazy person for the people that you attract, because because that's weird that all of those things. Now, if you had said something like, this dude did some random shit, like, I get it, like, this dude didn't want to take me out, this dude was just trying to, but that was a bit much. That was a bit much for your examples. So I would venture to say that issue.
So you really gonna go so far as to say this is that woman? She's attracting crazy people.
That was the question, right? The question was, is it them or is it me? And if you said one scenario in which it was like, oh wow, that dude did that, but the other ones was just like, oh, he didn't work out, then I would be like, oh nah, of course it's not you. But when all the scenarios are like borderline everybody else's worst case scenario, and those are your 5 scenarios, nah, issue.
Okay. Here's my thoughts. When I read it, I was torn. I was in both directions, because to your point, like SB, shout to SB, like she always say, the dating pool got piss in it. It's bad out there. That being said, this woman has found herself in some very, very crazy situations. To recap, one guy, she goes over his crib, he masturbates in front of her. Another guy that has liked her for like 10 years gets back in contact with her and ghosts her. The third guy is in a polyamorous relationship, and he wants you to join the team. I gotta believe, first and foremost, here's what I say, right? And this is to any woman who's out there dating. You got to be careful with the conversations you're having with people. I think it's a bit extreme that somebody will feel so comfortable with you that they will pull a thing out and start masturbating in front of you. I would really like to know what those conversations look like before you ever went to this man's house. I'm not blaming you. Some people are just plain crazy. We get it. But sometimes we have a tendency to open the door to things that can go left really quick. You start getting into sexual conversations too early, it can have somebody feeling that this is something that you want. This is going to turn you You know, people are crazy. One part of me thinks, yo, it's hard to believe you go to a man's house one time and he pull a stunt like that, but this is the world we living in. But to your point, so many crazy things are happening to this one woman. It probably, you know, the common denominator is her. Like, let's just call it what it is. One person ghosts her, another person masturbates, another person wants her to be part of his tribe of women. I would be very selective on the conversations you're having. I would be very selective on putting yourself in positions that might compromise yourself, meaning going to these men's house too early, talking about things that are of sexual nature. So I'm probably going to agree with you on this one, and I don't have all the information. And you know, she regularly watches the boys club, so I hate to slam her and say, yo, it might be you, but just judging from what we're hearing, it really might be her. Like, she is the common denominator in all three of these crazy situations. So that's kind of my thought.
I mean, you said it right. You said, what else can you say? Like, yo, at some point, what they always say, if it's one person do it, then blame it on him. Another time somebody do it, then it's just a coincidence. But when it's stuff happening 3, 4, 5 times, you got to start self-aware. You got to start looking in the mirror and being like, what am I doing to attract this type of person? And why these dudes feel so comfortable that they can come at me like this under these circumstances? Nigga, like I'm never gonna just randomly pull my joint out and start masturbating in front of a woman that's just weird. Like, that's weird. Like, right? Like, so when you start talking about the type of people that you are dealing with, it's gotta be a conversation. It's gotta be something that you're doing, because like I said, one time you chalk it up to the game. 2 times you'd be like, okay. 3, 4, 5 times, and you gave 4 or 5 examples. Yeah, especially from one spectrum, from one side to the other. It's not like you get a bunch. Like, nah, you got to look yourself in the mirror, beloved. You got to look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you before we move on. Like, truth be told, Rich, you know, we've all dated women. No, let me rephrase that. We've all been interested in women, and we know how far we can go. We know what them conversations like what them guardrails are. Like, yo, I can't go and treat her the way I would treat other chicks. I can't have the same conversations. And I would think to this young lady, you know, maybe the way, maybe the discussions, the conversations, and the things that y'all are talking about is giving people the impression that they can come at you and treat you in a way that you are not. That's not you. You're a lady, but based on your subject matter, they're not seeing it that way. And you know, in terms of somebody ghosting, that's a whole other conversation. We tapped on that last week, but it kind of leads me and segues into a video I want to play for you too.
Okay.
Everybody, let me know if y'all can hear this. I'll play it. Hopefully the value is good enough.
Why do men pursue you and then the energy just fizzles out? Well, the answer is simple. Because they got to know you. They might have been attracted to you physically, but once they got to know your personality, they're just probably worth it. Ladies, we have to stop demonizing men for doing what they're supposed to be doing while dating, which is determining if you're a good match for them. Why do men pursue you?
Okay. You couldn't hear it?
It was like loud, and then it went down.
Okay. I think you sent this to me. A young lady went on the gram and she said, why do men pursue you? And then they kind of ghost you. The energy just fizzles out. Then the women come back and they demonize these men, and essentially they're not looking in the mirror after the men are ghosting them. And I wanted to get into that because you and me had a very interesting, and our show was short last week. So I couldn't really have the conversation that I wanted, and you had me dying. When we were talking, I asked a very basic question, and it's something similar to what that woman is saying. So I'm going to ask it again. Why do men ghost women when, from a woman's standpoint, it seems like things are going good? This guy was pursuing me. We feel like, and I'm talking not from the man's standpoint, from the woman's standpoint. It feels like everything is good. And all of a sudden, I can't get in touch with you no more. All of a sudden, I get a sporadic hit or miss text back. And then you just ghost me altogether. To the woman that I just played that y'all couldn't hear, should women stop demonizing men and start looking internally and saying, what is it that I'm doing? Or is it really men just don't have their stuff together? And if they're not getting what they want too quick, they automatically ghosting.
There's three different things I can give you on this one. Mm-hmm. One being what you just said. Very quite simply, it's nobody's fault. This man pursued you. He was trying to get something from you. You held out on that. He had a wife, he had a girlfriend. He didn't have time to really put that time and effort in. And when he acknowledged the fact that you weren't going to be as easy as he maybe thought you were, he decided that it was time for him to move on. That's the easy answer. That's the easy answer that women want to hear, right? That's what women want to hear. The second answer is the opposite of that. A man met you, he was attracted to you, he pursued you, you gave him what he wanted too quickly, and he was like, I got a girl at home, I already did what I needed to do over there, so now I can put her in that area where she can get the sporadic email or the text message, and I am going to ghost her because I am busy, but I already did what I needed to do over there, so now I can keep her at arm's length. And then there's the last answer, and this is what women don't want to hear. A man pursues you. He thinks you're something that you're not. You turn him off through conversation. Whatever's going on within that relationship, maybe he's not confrontational. Maybe he's not finna go back and forth with you about how he feels about the things that you're doing. Some dudes just be like, yo, this is some bullshit. Shorty asking me for rent money. Like, I'm just using this as an example. It doesn't have to be this. There's a litany of things that can go on that can make a dude be like, this ain't for me. But today's day and age, that's pretty much the big one. You start asking for stuff. You start acting entitled. You start acting like maybe, these are things that you should be doing for me, and these are things that you feel like somebody should be doing for you. So now you're starting to be overbearing, and that's what this woman in this video was saying. That's essentially what she was saying, because what I did hear her say was women and accountability. I heard those two words. And women and accountability usually means look at yourself in the mirror and be self-aware about the things that you're doing and what you're bringing to the relationship that might turn somebody off. It's not always the man. It's not always the dude who is looking at you and is like, okay, I either am not getting what I want from her or I already got from what I want from her. Maybe he's just looking at you and is thinking to himself, this shit ain't gonna work. This shit ain't gonna work. She's asking me for rent money. She asked me for $500 to go on a date because she needed to get her nails done, a babysitter. So now I'm paying to take her on a date. I'm paying her to take her on a date, which is ridiculous. And this is today. And women will gaslight. Like, just like when you're in the club and a woman is like, walks up to you and, yo, I'm drinking 42 or I'm drinking Casamigo. Who are you? First of all, who are you? Second of all, I'm not buying you no drink. I don't even know you. But then the gaslight occurs. Oh, well, if you just a broke ass nigga, then just say you a broke ass nigga. No, beloved, I'm not broke. But but you can't gaslight me though, because if you think I'm broke, then why the fuck are you here? So yeah, I'm broke because I'm broke. So now you got an excuse to walk away from me. Go on about your business. But what women do in 2023 is they never internalize anything. Everything is exterior. It's never me. It's always everything that's around me. And it's because of the culture. The culture is being created that people feel like they're entitled. And in that culture, if you're entitled, you get angry when you think that you're supposed to be able to get something that's not given to you when really you didn't earn it. You didn't even, like, you don't even know me to ask me for that. You haven't done anything. And then you get mad when men say, what do you bring to the table? Men don't normally just say, walk up to women and say, what do you bring to the table? Hey, my name is Rich. What's your name? Oh, hey, what do you bring to the table? Nah, it's a conversation because you're acting entitled, which leads me to say, well, if I'm doing that, what are you doing? And now you have the nerve to get mad at me because I asked you what you were doing because you're expecting A, B, C, and D. Sean, that's insane. That's an insane proposition. That's an insane mindset. But it's today. It's today. Literally, my man told me the woman got mad at him. When I say that $500 thing, I'm not cracking jokes. I'm being dead serious. My man met a girl. My man met a girl, and he walked and was like, yo, what's up? Let's hang out. And she was like, cool, I'm with it. Here go my Cash App. So now the nigga's bewildered. Cash App? The fuck I need that for? Oh, because I need to get my nails done, I need to get my hair done, and I gotta get a babysitter. I need to look good when we go on our date. So now, hold on, let me understand this. I'm supposed to get you right for your date with me. So I'm supposed to spend money so you can meet me at a restaurant, or I can pick you up or Uber you or put whatever, send a car for you, whatever the case may be, to bring you to a restaurant in which I'm supposed to spend money on you. So I'm supposed to spend money on you so I can spend more money on you. That shit sounds crazy. But she got angry. Like, yo, so what? What am I supposed to do with my kids? What? So, yo, what? I'm supposed to come out with my hair not done? I'm not coming out with my hair not done. My nails ain't done. What you talking about? I'm not coming outside like that. Why do you want a woman? Why do you want to go on a date with somebody who don't look right? I don't know. Maybe because you're supposed to keep yourself up and come to the date, and that's how we're supposed to move forward. So, like I said, one, you did too much. One, you didn't do enough. Either way, probably not your fault in those two scenarios. But women, please, you got to start internalizing this shit, and you got to start becoming more self-aware about the things that you say to people, the way you treat people, because nobody wants to be treated like that. No man wants to be treated like a trick, unless he's a trick. Now say that. Say the game is fucked up. Now, I would appreciate it if the women came, if you have something more to say, come in and say, yo, Richie, you sound nuts, my nigga, because the game is fucked up, because there's a lot of niggas doing that. There's a lot of niggas who want to go out with chicks and they want to leave with their pockets, they want to leave with their wallets, and that's what they want to do. But my thing for you is you need to vet them niggas better. Because don't come at me like that and think that I'm him. You need to do your due diligence and have a real conversation. And you need to get on your fucking psychoanalysis and be able to analyze who's who and what's what. Because you coming at a nigga like me, talking about baby $500 so I can take you to dinner is going to offend me. It's going to offend me.
Rex, let me ask you something. And I touched on this last week. Again, I'm not in the dating world. So even when I'm listening to you as a man, I'm so like, yo, this can't be life, right?
Yeah. Just
hear me out. Hear my question. Are the women coming at you because you're you and they think you got it? Or are they coming at Joe Schmo? And because I can't imagine a woman asking a regular dude for $500 to get my hair done, to get my nails done, for babysitting. That even me as a man, I'm like, well, maybe this is a certain type of woman who's looking for a certain type of man. This ain't the regular average Joe woman out there who's doing this. Are you sure this is just not the women who are coming after rich Dollaz?
Okay. I said my man told me this.
Yeah, but your man, you hang with rich friends. You hang with people with money.
Not this one. But I mean, he's got money. He might even be a six-figure dude. He might be a six-figure dude, but he is the regional manager at Staples. Played ball with me in college. My man for years. The regional manager of Staples. He got about 5 or 6 stores, and that's what he does. He goes all around the places, Staples, and makes sure everything is good. So he might even make 6 figures, but it ain't no situation where he pulling up and leading with his wallet. He's not that fella. So this is a very, 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 I would venture to say, regular person scenario, a regular person problem. This is women. What's that noise? I don't know what that was, but it's a regular person scenario. So no, it's not no TV shit. It's not no bad boy shit, musical shit, entertainment shit. This is regular person shit. This girl came to this man.
Okay, you answered the question. I want to go somewhere else for a second, so bear with me. We obviously, based on your conversation, based on what you had to say, it is a such thing as too early to be asking somebody for anything monetary. You know, get my hair done, get my nails done, this, that. When would you say when is a good time in a relationship that a woman can feel comfortable asking for whatever it might be?
I'm glad you asked that. That goes back to me when men and women get angry with men for saying, what are you bringing to the table? When men ask that, it's because women are too early asking for things and acting entitled, to which now a man is asking what, and now the relationship just became transactional. See, if you move too quickly, the relationship will become transactional. Because if you ask me for something prematurely and I respond by, what are you bringing to the table, which in essence means, what am I getting for my money? The relationship is now transactional. Because now it's quid pro quo. Why don't you get to know each other, show a person your worth, show a person who you are, show a person how dope you are, and that person will want his girl to look good. He will want his girl's nails to be done. He will want all those things. It's not a time stamp. I can't tell you it's 2 weeks because everybody's different. But if we're kicking it and we're hanging out and we're liking each other, and I'm starting to feel you, and the energy and the vibrations are good, I'm gonna want you to be happy, and I'm gonna want you to eat good, and I'm gonna want you to drink good, and I'm gonna want you to look good. But on the first date, when you coming to me, you coming at me like a trick, so I'm gonna treat you like a whore, because a whore and a trick are synonymous. They go together. They go together. So you treat me like a whore, you treat me like a trick, and I'm gonna treat you like a whore. But if you get to know me and hang out with me and there's no entitled behavior, then I'm going to want to do for you. We've been saying this for years, Sean. Since we've been on this fucking podcast, we've been having the same conversation. I remember it like yesterday. I've always said there's a sense of loyalty that goes into relationships. Once you start creating that loyalty, that man will want to do for you because he's loyal to you and he wants you to be happy. He wants you to look good. There's an energy, there's a vibration. You got to get to that point. For some people, it might be 2 weeks. For some people, it might be 2 months. But you got to do it. And when you get there, you'll know it. When you get there, you'll know it. And you can't prematurely start asking niggas for shit because
not regular. I'm talking